stretching. You wanted the game, you should've just said it. We would've blessed it. Should've just said that shit got messy. Smoking exotic shit with an exotic bitch. Thinking I'm bringing all kind of narcotics with me. Got guns on the table, I'm like, who fired this here? This bitch got past secured, I'm like, who let her in?
Let that broke bitch in, cause she too messy. The fuck them broke boys with? Get out my section. Get out my section. Pull the muscle. Goddamn, too much flexion. Damn. Caught them in traffic on the accident, we pressing. Got them. Smoking Zaza every second, I be stretching. If you ain't tryna beat them, fuck it, won't you stretch them? Do that. They wipe their nose for that tissue, God bless them. Wipe it. I dropped them for a perp, I call that shit Chris Webber. Drink. They wipe their nose for that tissue, God bless them. Wipe it. I dropped them for a perp, I call that shit Chris Webber. Drink.
I'm the honcho, bitch, I'm about my cheddar. Little hoe keep going outside, little bitch do better. She want me to hit it, put my blinky on the dresser. Feeling free, just like Elon, park the Tesla. You ain't got no motion, you can't stand up in my session. I said Carisha, please, cause she too messy. Bitch, fuck my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing. You wanted the game, you should've just said it, we would've blessed it. Now shit got messy.
Hey, Norm Tone Bot. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the king. Too loyal, Norm Tone Bot, Ratchet TV. Hey, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you're in the building. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. All right, so boom. Man. We got to talk, Ratchet Gang. We got to chop it up. Look, tonight, we got to do a little something a little bit different tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually doing this for one of my subscribers, man. I'm doing this for one of the gang. They hit me up and was like, Ratchet, can you do a deep dive into the Wendy Williams situation? Because we got to chop it up about this Wendy situation. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Let me just see what I could do. And I spent all day researching this whole Wendy Williams situation to see what I could come up with my damn self. And it's loose. Allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act, and you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video. And everything I say is alleged, allegedly. And salute to God's son on that 20-piece McNugget. That's how you start. That's how you start your show off, man. You got to start off with a 20-piece. Showtime gang, get the likes up. Salute to God's son. I appreciate you for that 20-piece. Salute. So y'all tell me in the chat, how many of y'all been keeping up with this Wendy Williams situation, man? I ain't gonna even lie. It's crazy because another reason why I was like, I'm gonna touch this subject is because I was covering the Diddy situation and I was covering the Beyonce situation. And I know Wendy Williams made a lot of enemies in the industry. I'm going to just keep it a buck. Wendy Williams, she made a lot of enemies in the industry. Salute to Jackie Martin on that 20-piece McNugget. I appreciate you for that 20-piece. Salute. Hey, I be having people saying 20-piece, 10-piece, 5. They be stealing my lingo, I'm telling you. And they be saying they doing deep dives. And man, look, everybody know I've been doing the deep dives, man. I've been doing this shit, doing the blind dives. Man, look, bro, y'all, I know I'm y'all daddy. Y'all be wanting to be just like Big Ratchet. Just call me daddy. Just start calling me daddy. Anyway, let's get to this Wendy Williams situation. Salute Jackie Martin on that 20-piece. I appreciate you. So, man. Ladies and gentlemen. And it's gonna be a lot of ladies. I don't know how many of the dudes keep up with, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Man, I be up on everything though. And to be a content creator, you got to be on everything, man. You got to keep your eyes peeled to a lot of different shit, because you can't just be we can't just talk about the same shit for the rest of the year, man. We got other things to talk about over here. We be all over the place on this platform. So make sure you smash the like button as you enter the live, man. We're gonna cover this Wendy Williams situation. I asked y'all a question in the chat. I need more people to go ahead and vote. I asked y'all in the chat. I said, is this karma for Wendy? And let me see, 37% of the people say yes, she did worse to others. 63% of the room says no, they doing her wrong. And I don't know if y'all covering this shit or not. I don't really know how many of y'all is actually in tune to what's going on in the Wendy Williams situation. So we're gonna chop it up about that shit over here because allegedly she got diagnosed with dementia along with some other things, man. And we're gonna cover all the things she got diagnosed with. And so when she got diagnosed with this shit, she was already before saying she was, you know what I'm saying, missing some bread. She had some money missing or something. You know what I'm saying? They was messing with her money. So a lot of this has to do with money, allegedly. So as soon as she started speaking out, she can't speak no more. Now she can't even speak for herself. Now she got people hanging around her just trying to be her friends. Now it look like her son might be finessing her. It's a lot of shit going on in the Wendy Williams situation. They said she was fighting her own demons. I want y'all to tell me before we get started, what do y'all think? They say it's a setup. Somebody said it's a setup. They said when they put Britney Spears on a conservatorship all them years ago, they tried to use early dementia as the reason why. Then it went to all kind of other ish. I think they doing the same thing to Wendy. I agree with you. I think it's some weird stuff going on with Wendy. I ain't gonna even lie. Salute brown skin girl for that 20-piece McNugget. Salute, I appreciate you for that 20-piece. Salute. I appreciate you. All right. I do agree, man. I think it's some weird shit going on with this. So we finna chop it up, and I'm gonna show y'all some videos. We gonna really get into this situation with Wendy Williams. I don't know what's going on with her, but we gonna chop it up, man. Y'all ready? I need everybody in the building to go ahead and get the likes up, man. Without further ado, man, we gonna go ahead and get to this Wendy situation. Let's chop it up, man.
All I know is how to be famous. I really want to be back on television.
You're gonna be back on TV. That's easy.
My mom has done a great job making it seem like everything is okay.
I have no money, and I'm going to tell you something. If it happens to me, it could happen to you. Serena Hudson, getting out of my car with my money. Life is not what you think it is behind the scenes. Trust me. Homegirl is miserable. Like, what you get.
In a turn of events that shocked many, Wendy Williams has revealed she's facing severe financial difficulties, announcing that she is now broke and without a home. This news has left fans and followers stunned, especially considering Wendy's previous success.
So how the hell is it possible that Wendy Williams, y'all? How is it possible Wendy Williams is broken homeless right now? Allegedly. There's something going on with her. They said she lost all her money. She's saying she ain't got nothing left, y'all. Allegedly. So I don't know, man. Is this a form of, and then they did the documentary on her, and throughout the whole documentary, I'm not even sure if anybody has ever been around anybody with dealing with dementia before. To me, that could possibly be a form of exploitation in some type of way. I don't think that she should even be filmed right now, allegedly. I don't think so, man. But hey, we're gonna continue to get into this story. Let's go.
For years, she earned upwards of $100 million annually from The Wendy Williams Show, which aired for more than a decade, amassing a substantial fortune. Yet, somehow, Wendy has found herself in a dire situation, moving from her opulent New York penthouse to stay in Florida with her son due to financial strains. The root of Wendy's financial woes, as alleged by her close ones, including her son and her mother, points to mismanagement by the financial guardian appointed to oversee her asset. This guardian is accused of mishandling Wendy's wealth, with suspicions of funneling her funds away without her consent.
There have been random people around you stealing money from me, getting money, whatever the case may be. Enough.
The situation around her finances came to light in early 2022 when Wells Fargo froze her accounts, citing concerns over her capability to manage her finances due to health issues.
So right there, they said they went ahead and froze all Wendy Williams accounts, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. They saying she had a bunch of financial issues. She had a bunch of random people hanging around her and just taking money from her, draining her damn accounts.
This action was taken amid rumors of Wendy's deteriorating health and struggles with substance ABE, which also led to her being placed in rehab. Insiders close to Wendy have voiced their concerns, revealing that her team has been left unpaid since the freeze on her accounts. Despite having a new manager, those who have supported her throughout her career haven't received any payment since the incident. This development paints a troubling picture of Wendy's current state, both financially and personally, as she battles health issues alongside the apparent betrayal by those entrusted with her finances.
So, like I said, man, if you look at Wendy Williams a little bit ago and you look at this now, it's like, damn, bro, what the hell is going on? But like I said, she was exposing a lot of stuff. Be real, y'all. Let's just be honest in the room real quick. Wendy Williams was exposing a lot. She wouldn't shut her mouth. And like I said to y'all, man, when it rains, it pours, man. So, like I said, she made a lot of enemies. Beyonce, Diddy, Jay-Z, just to name a few. And those are some of the most powerful people in the industry. And when you make those kind of enemies, they tend to control a lot of things that go around in Hollywood. So just stay woke, man. We're gonna continue to get to this story because I got a lot to uncover. I just want to get y'all caught up to speed on her current state. And then we got to get into a whole bunch of other stuff, man. We got to get into a whole lot of other stuff that Wendy had going on. We're going to be here for a while tonight, y'all.
For months, Wendy Williams has been reliant on the help of others for managing her finances, including Sabrina Morrissey, who was appointed as her temporary financial guardian. Sabrina holds the reins on Wendy's finances, dictating how much money Wendy can use each month. This arrangement coincided with the period when Wendy's ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, who was notorious for his infidelity, filed a lawsuit against her for falling behind on alimony payments. The irony is that Wendy couldn't make these payments because she didn't have direct access to her funds, which were being controlled by someone she hardly knew.
So she got a financial person that comes in and basically holds her money now. Linda Brewer, I appreciate you for that 20 piece, the number one tube channel. I appreciate you for that 20 piece. Salute. Man, Wendy in some trouble, man. I don't even know that she looks bad for Wendy, y'all. Let's just be honest. It looks bad for Wendy.
In a revealing interview with the U.S. Sun, Wendy's son shed light on the precarious situation his mother was in. He expressed concern that Wendy was being used by her financial guardian and her team, who seemed more interested in profiting from her rather than prioritizing her well-being. He pointed out actions being taken on his mother's behalf that he was certain she would never approve of if she were in a better state of mind. Seeing his mother taken advantage of was difficult for him, but he emphasized that ensuring her well-being was his top priority, confident that she would eventually see the extent of the uses she was subjected to. He criticized the people around Wendy for prioritizing her income generation over her health.
What's been made more important by the people around her is that while her health may not be great, she needs to keep on earning income. And in my opinion, that should not be a priority at all. And whoever has been hired, they are taking advantage of someone who needs to get better. And right now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't, like I said, I don't know if anyone has ever been around anyone with dementia or dealt with that before. I would never film anyone or recommend they be filmed or be around them while they're, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a different, she don't know what the hell she's doing or saying. So you just got to understand someone that they don't, I don't want to get too much into it, but she does not know what she's doing. She can't, and not dealing with that, she can't. But we'll continue. Let's get to the story.
A stance he vehemently disagreed with. According to him, those who were brought in to assist her were using her condition for their gain, rather than helping her recover. This candid interview left many worried about Wendy's situation, and after these revelations, there hasn't been much news about her, leaving many concerned for her future. Recently, there's been hardly any sightings of Wendy Williams by the paparazzi, leading many to wonder about her whereabouts. However, the mystery was somewhat solved when radio host Miss Jones shared on her show a surprising update. She had attempted to visit Wendy at her New York penthouse, only to discover from the doorman that Wendy had relocated to Florida to live with her son due to her deteriorating health condition.
So yesterday, Wayne made me go and visit Wendy Williams.
I made you go.
Everybody was in on it.
You know, I sort of did because I kept saying, did you go? Did you go? Did you go?
And I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off.
Yeah.
So I pull up. First, I pulled up to the wrong building.
It's been a minute.
I know. Yeah. And I had to walk, but it was okay. And so I get there. I go inside. The door people greet me and and I said, "This might be in the dark, sir, but I'm here to visit Wendy." And he shakes his head and he goes, "You're a couple of months late.
Wow.
She moved." And I said, "Oh, and he goes, "Yeah, that's all I can tell you." So, I start prying. I'm like, "Well, did they sell the unit? Is it on the market?" Because this was a fabulous duplex. And the building she was living in, which now I can tell you guys, it was supposed to be a hotel originally. And then COVID hit and they couldn't, obviously, no one was supposed to be in a hotel. So they sold it.
Salute Drado on that 5-piece on Cash App. I appreciate you, Drado. Salute. So now she's living with her son, allegedly. She went to move with her son because her health was just getting so bad. She's basically on her last leg, it looks like. But she keeps filming and she needs to keep making money, and she's still worried about money right now. It's like Hollywood has captivated this woman, and she's just concerned about making more money, and she wants this out. She wants to continue filming, but man, this is a sick and sad story. Let's continue, y'all. Make sure y'all smash the like button as you enter the live, man. This is gonna be one of them stories, man. If you missed it, you're gonna be like, why did I miss this Wendy Williams story? This is actually a really, really good story. Stick around to the end, y'all. We got a whole bunch to cover.
And she told me how much she paid for it. I was like, that was such a steal. It was beautiful, 2-floor, 3-bedroom unit. So I thank you, sir. And then I go and I look for the other people that, live in the building, work in the building.
Start sleuthing.
Yup. And I got my sleuth on. And they said, well, you know what happened? She was getting better. She was coming around. And then she started getting sick again. And because her family's in Florida, and people were coming in her circle that they weren't familiar with, and they didn't know, they couldn't get access to her when they wanted, they moved her down to Florida. So she is allegedly down in Florida with her son, recuperating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we wish her.
We do wish her well.
This revelation came just days before Lifetime unveiled a shocking trailer for a 2-part documentary about Wendy's life, promising to reveal the challenges she has faced over the past few years. The trailer alone caused quite a stir online, showcasing intimate moments from Wendy and her family as they opened up about their experiences.
And to be the family, knowing what she's dealing with, that's just sick to me. Just to even be, there's no way in hell I would be next to my mom dealing with that, filming her. There would be no way I would even allow her to do it or me be a part of it. I don't give a damn what TV show or what. I would be the one on set crashing everything. Nah, there's no way, man. I don't know.
From the start, Wendy expressed her lifelong dream of fame, tracing it back to when she was just 6 years old.
From 6 years old, all I wanted was to be famous.
The boss is walking, everybody.
Nobody can do it like Wendy. No one.
People love Wendy.
You are a star. She was in her living room every single day for 12 years.
Yep, I guess that'll do.
And that's what people responded to, her authenticity. And then at the peak of her career, she was gone.
However, the tone quickly shifted to a more somber one. In several clips from the documentary, Wendy is seen breaking down as she discusses how those supposed to have her back instead use her. She painfully admitted to being financially broke and feeling abandoned.
All I know is how to be famous. I really want to be back on television.
You're gonna be back on TV. That's easy.
I have no money. And I'm going to tell you something. If it happens to me, to find out if I'm crazy. Oh my God, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. I have to sit down again. I miss my family.
Random people around you,
Stealing money from me.
getting money, whatever the case may be.
Enough.
Her sister and her son, Kevin Jr., also featured in the documentary.
And I'm telling y'all that I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's bad though. Like it's very hard to watch. If you know Wendy Williams and you've seen her, it's hard to watch, man. This is a fucked up story, y'all. Get the likes up as you come into the building, y'all. Let's go.
Sharing their perspectives on the unjust situation, they criticized the fact that Wendy's finances and career are under the control of someone who is essentially a stranger to them and seemingly indifferent to Wendy's well-being.
Has done a great job making it seem like everything is okay always.
Wendy, make sure you look here. 1, 2, 3.
but in reality, there's something wrong going on.
As her family, we were all sitting on the sidelines watching, and she was crying out for help.
Did you drink this whole thing today?
Keep it there.
Okay.
Just keep it there.
My mom, she always talks about how she wants to work, but I feel as though she's worked enough. She has people around who are yes people and allowing this to continue.
This is all too much. So, why? I have no idea where we are. This doesn't look like anything familiar.
I think she's losing memory. Have you guys noticed that?
How dare him? I control men. I weigh 138. Anybody could look at her and tell this is not just alcohol. There's something more going on.
How many times somebody may fall down, you gotta let them back up.
We all make choices in life. We all go through our challenges. She's still a person. No, I don't know the exact location of where she is.
I feel like the Guardian has not done a good job of protecting my mom.
My life. My life.
Right now, she's weak and vulnerable, and she needs to be around people who aren't going to take advantage of that.
I have no friends.
You know how many people come out to support you? You know how many people love you?
No, I don't.
Everything is going good.
I know. I think that the guardianship system is broken. We are her family, and you tell me that I'm not capable of taking care of my sister. What?
And it's weird that they're forcing a guardian on this lady. that's the weird part. It's like they forcing this kind of, you know what this remind me of, y'all? I know Ratchet Gang is so smart because I got a core fan base here. Y'all probably already know what situation this is kind of reminding me of. It's kind of leaning towards somebody else that got set up by somebody that they sent in to take care of somebody. I don't know if y'all gonna catch on to what I'm saying, but it's kind of reminding me of the Michael Jackson situation a little bit. I'm gonna be real, man. This is kind of giving me Michael Jackson vibes. Somebody said Jamie Foxx, that too, but it's giving me. Remember that doctor they set up, man? It's kind of reminding me of somebody said Britney Spears. Okay, that too. It's giving me Michael Jackson vibes, man. Yeah, somebody said Michael. Yeah, exactly. It's giving me MJ vibes, Britney Spears vibes, some shit like that. This is like some Whitney Houston type ish. You know what I'm saying? Stay woke.
What did you do? What should I do?
This family insight into Wendy's struggles has only added to the anticipation for the documentary, with fans eager to learn the full extent of what she's been enduring. Wendy Williams has been facing an incredibly tough time lately, and it doesn't seem like her situation is improving. Besides not earning much after her show was canceled, the money she did save is now under the control of someone she doesn't even know. This person is in charge of her finances and, according to Wendy and her family, doesn't seem to be looking out for Wendy's best interests. Her family feels powerless, only able to watch from the sidelines, waiting for a court to decide that Wendy is capable of managing her own affairs again. This whole situation has sparked a lot of discussion online, with many people sharing their thoughts and concerns for Wendy on social media platforms. One commenter mentioned, "Watching this unfold is going to be tough. Wendy's unique take on pop culture is sorely missed. I hope she finds her way back to health in every way possible." Another added, "It's heartbreaking to see someone surrounded by people with the wrong intentions, especially when they're in such a vulnerable state. It seems like she's really struggling, both mentally and physically, and that the person appointed to look after her finances isn't making things any better." The situation for Serena and Kevin seems to be getting more challenging by the day, following a series of financial troubles. Kevin, who had previously been sued for reaching the limit on all his credit cards and owing a significant amount of money to various banks, found himself in a tight spot. The situation forced him to sell their luxurious homes and cars to cover his debts, especially after the financial support from Wendy Williams ceased.
So the husband is losing his shit. What's going on with Wendy's ex-husband, man? Is he behind all this shit? Could it be possible that Wendy Williams' ex-husband is behind all this? Y'all let me know out there in the chat, man. I don't know, man. That dude, he definitely gave off some snake vibes to me. Let's continue.
To add to their woes, Serena is now facing legal action from TJ Maxx for failing to settle a $3,000 debt on her store card, a sum that might have once seemed insignificant to them, but is now causing serious problems. While Serena and Kevin struggle with these financial issues, rumors suggest that Wendy is in Florida, watching from a distance. She reportedly sees their current predicament as a form of retribution for their past actions against her. But let's take a step back to understand how everything spiraled to this point. The turmoil began in earnest in 2019 when Wendy decided to end her marriage with Kevin.
Told you. So look, this is where it all started at. Everything was normal up until this point. You got to think about that. You go back to this point right here, everything is normal. It's all normal. Back in 2019.
It was revealed that Kevin was not only involved with Serena while still married to Wendy, but also had a child with her. For Wendy, the affair was one thing, but the discovery of a secret child was the final straw that led to their divorce. The drama surrounding Wendy Williams, her ex-husband Kevin, and his partner Serena took yet another turn with revelations about Kevin's secret life coming to light. Wendy's decision to end her marriage wasn't just because of the affair. It was the shock of discovering Kevin had fathered a child in secrecy that pushed her over the edge. Following this, Kevin lost not only his wife, but also his job as Wendy's manager.
I don't recommend that you work with your husband because I made him my manager. And then when I decided to divorce him, he had to be fired. In other words, I made him divorced and unemployed all in one day, having this side girl for almost 15 years of our marriage. I've known about her almost since the beginning. I've known that Kevin is a serial cheat. The first time I found out was while I was pregnant with our son on bed rest. During that time, I gave birth to him. He was in the delivery room. You'll see that play out in the movie. He's passing out cigars and you know, my wife and I, you know, little Kevin, who's not so little anymore. He's 20 years old. I plotted to divorce Kevin. And I sacrificed a lot of myself to come out successful on the other side.
So she's saying she sacrificed everything to come out successful in that divorce. But all in all, she ended up losing everything. Just in a couple years later, she started to lose everything. And her health. All her money, her health, her friends, her relationships. Everything then went down the drain for Wendy Williams, y'all. What's going on? She looked normal, and then everything just started going from bad to worse real quick. And if you look at Wendy now and just look at her 3-4 years ago, it's like, damn, man, how it's like this shit just happened overnight.
It's this turmoil. Serena found herself estranged even from her own family. Her uncle expressed deep disappointment in her actions, highlighting that she had lost touch with her roots and values after leaving South Carolina. He criticized her for not visiting her family, even during holidays, showcasing a family divide widened by the scandal. As Wendy and Kevin's divorce proceedings unfolded, Wendy was mandated to pay Kevin alimony, which soon became his principal income source. Meanwhile, Serena seemed to be enjoying a lavish lifestyle, dabbling in various business ventures, including massage therapy, a mall kiosk in North Carolina, and her own jewelry and clothing line named Vish, all of which failed disastrously. Kevin also tried his hand at entrepreneurship with a barbershop, but like Serena's ventures, it too did not succeed. Remarkably, all these attempts were financed by Wendy's wealth.
So this dude then collected alimony, didn't work, took the alimony checks, and started all these failed businesses with Wendy's money. He started business after business. He was giving old girl, hey, baby, you want to go? You know what I'm saying? Here you go. Hey, let me give you a storefront over here. And she had no hustle bone in her body. He started a barbershop with no customers or no barbers. I don't know what's going on here, thugs.
Allowing Kevin and Serena to live luxuriously without working a day.
Salute to Drea for being a member for 15 months. Drop them flowers for Drea, y'all. It says, good evening, King. Everyone is doing a will to be read after death, but should also do a living trust for older age in case you develop a health and mental issues. Speak for yourself while you can. Salute, salute, salute.
Wendy, known for her outspoken nature, was bound to address the situation publicly, especially considering the misuse of her finances to support Kevin and Serena's unsuccessful business endeavors and extravagant lifestyle. Wendy Williams had enough of her ex-husband Kevin and his partner Serena squandering her hard-earned money on failed business ventures. She pointed out bluntly that Serena lacked the savvy needed to run a successful business.
You know, less than smart women who moved to the big city with bright lights, you know, and she wanted to be a model. And so you know how the girls with the sparkler champagne bottles at the club, They get people to spend more money. They dress scantily clad and things like that.
Wendy's frustration wasn't just talk. She took action when her show was canceled by stopping the alimony payments to Kevin. This decision left Kevin scrambling, as those checks had been fueling the extravagant lifestyle he and Serena had grown accustomed to. As money became tight, Kevin took Wendy to court, claiming he was drowning in unpaid bills because the alimony, his sole income, had been cut off. He painted a dire picture, stating he was behind on homeowners association fees, car insurance, and credit card payments, and he feared foreclosure was imminent. In court documents, Kevin lamented, "My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement." But the situation took a turn when the judge reviewed Kevin's plea for emergency financial relief. Recognizing the nature of Kevin's claims, the judge deemed his request non-urgent and dismissed it, leaving Kevin without the immediate financial rescue he had hoped for. This outcome highlighted the precariousness of relying solely on someone else's earnings for sustenance and marked a significant moment in Wendy's move towards regaining control over her finances and personal life. Wendy Williams cleverly included a condition in her alimony agreement with her ex-husband Kevin, stating she would only make payments if her financial situation allowed it. This clause became particularly relevant when the Wendy Williams show was canceled due to her health issues, effectively ending her obligation to pay alimony. Additionally, the agreement specifies that Wendy is required to pay alimony only if she returns to mainstream television, a scenario that seems unlikely as she shifts her focus towards launching a podcast.
I don't think Wendy Williams should be launching a podcast right now. I don't think Wendy Williams should be launching anything right now. But oh boy, just seems to be worried about his financial gain from Wendy Williams. He like, man, look, how am I gonna get paid? Brother, go get a job, fam. Stop eating off your ex-wife, dog. It's over. It's done with. Kevin, move on. You got a new thing, brother. You got to figure it out, bro. You flopping out there like a fish out of water. Let's go.
Financial situation for Kevin and his partner Serena became increasingly dire, leading them to sell their Florida home for $1.2 million. Kevin also found himself in hot water after borrowing money from Flex Wealth for 2 luxury cars.
This backwoods Barbie. He was tricking up money. She's in the passenger seat of my Rolls Royce Ferrari. And, really?
Adding to his financial burdens with a lawsuit from UBS Bank for unpaid credit card bills totaling 5 figures. Serena's financial woes have also come to light, with reports of her accumulating debts, including being sued by TJ Maxx over an unpaid balance of $3,000 on her store card. The court documents, highlighted by the insightful Miss Chronicle Speaks, reveals Serena failed to settle her debt by the due date of March 27, 2023, and remains in default. This unfolding drama paints a picture of a once lavish lifestyle funded by Wendy's earnings, now crumbling under the weight of financial mismanagement and legal challenges. With more lawsuits rumored to be on the horizon, it appears the repercussions of their spending habits are catching up to Kevin and Serena, marking a stark contrast to their previous opulent living. The amount Serena owed to TJ Maxx, which used to be pocket change for both her and Kevin, has become a significant issue. This shift occurred when Wendy Williams stopped issuing alimony payments.
So they can't pay their damn TJ Maxx bill. Come on, man. This shit is ridiculous. This dude just refused to get a job. He just still trying to eat off this lady with his new lady. How you gonna come on, you trying to put your new girl on with your ex-girl? Come on, fam. That is... You hustling backwards, fam. You hustling real backwards.
In a recent development, Miss Jones, also known as Jonesy from 94.7, The Bee, shed light on Wendy's current situation. It's worth noting that Miss Jones had previously accused Kevin of sending hitmen after her due to her close relationship with Wendy, though that's a story for another time. Miss Jones shared that upon visiting Wendy's residence to check on her, after a long period of silence, she learned from Wendy's doorman that Wendy had moved to Florida with her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., a few weeks ago. This move was made so Wendy could recuperate in peace, away from the stress caused by Kevin and Serena's actions.
So yesterday, Wayne made me go and visit Wendy Williams.
I made you go.
Everybody was in on it.
We heard that from earlier.
I was in Florida with her son.
The alimony payment that Serena...
Everything you said, I always believe. I always know. You won. And Kev can't get your money neither.
Sources close to the situation have revealed that Serena, in a baffling turn of events, blames Wendy for her financial woes and the lawsuit from TJ Maxx. According to Serena, had Wendy not ceased the alimony payments, she would not be facing legal action. This perspective seems to overlook the fact that Serena played a significant role in disrupting Wendy's marriage, utilized Wendy's earnings to fund various unsuccessful ventures, and is now attributing her own financial missteps and the consequences thereof to Wendy. The situation is spiraling out of control. As expected, the public has a lot to say about these developments, with many not holding back their opinions. One commenter noted the remarkable potential for Wendy Williams to reclaim her position at the top of the entertainment industry, emphasizing that no one has truly filled her shoes since her departure from television in 2020. They encouraged Wendy not to rush her recovery process out of fear of being replaced, suggesting that her unique presence in the media is irreplaceable.
And I think a lot of people might agree with that, man. It ain't been the same since Wendy left the game, man. Ain't nobody really gonna replace Wendy right now. We got a lot to cover with this situation. Hold on, we not done yet, gang. We not done yet. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up this next video. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about. Hold on, no, not that one, not that one, not that one. Let's get to this one right here. Yeah, here we go. All right. Let me share my screen. Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up. Make sure everybody in the building smashes that like button. Let's go.
My thing is that I've been asking questions about my money. And when I began asking questions about my money, suddenly Lori Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. And Wells Fargo has no questions and answers with regarding my money. This is not fair. And Lori Schiller and Wells Fargo have this guardianship petition.
And I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna start that over. This is right before she developed dementia. Right before. She was talking and speaking out right before, and now she can't even speak for herself. You know what I'm saying? Grumpy, I appreciate you for that 10-piece. Holla at me, Thug, when you covering the spooky. Love when you covering the spooky. So salute. I appreciate you. Salute. But like I said, this is right before she developed dementia and right before everything went from bad to worse real quick. She was speaking out, letting y'all know what the drop was, so pay attention to what she's saying.
My thing is that I've been asking questions about my money. And when I began asking questions about my money, suddenly Lori Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. And Wells Fargo has no questions and answers with regarding my money. This is not fair. And Lori Schiller and Wells Fargo have this guardianship petition about keeping me away from my money. This is not right. And you know this is not fair. And this guy named Bernie Young, I know for a fact that Bernie Young used my American Express card to hire an attorney to file a petition against me. That was done with my American Express card. Bernie Young, you're no good. And this is not fair at all, you know? And then there's this person, a former doctor, okay, had medical information about me that I never even got. It was sent over to Lori Schiller. So I haven't gotten the stuff. I fired the doctor. And again, all I want to know is where is my money? This is not right. And certainly, this is not fair. This is not fair. You know, Wells Fargo has used all this stuff to create the guardianship over me. This is not right. And certainly this is not fair. The New York court system is, without evidence, they're being weird to me, this court system. Without evidence, they took all this information and continued with what's going on with me based on what Wells Fargo is doing. This is not fair. This is not fair, And the New York court is treating me like they did in, do you remember Kung Fu judge case? Do you remember that Kung Fu judge case? That's not right, and that is not fair. Lori Schiller, Bernie Young, and Wells Fargo. Please let me have access to my money. This is not right. And again, this is not fair. Have a pleasant day. Thank you.
Again, like I said, it's hard to watch, man, because like I said, you see what they doing to Wendy, man. They didn't froze all her accounts. They didn't put somebody in who she don't know her, and they told her basically, you watch over her money and you tell her how much she can spend. This is before anything. So they've been trying to do this to her. I don't know who part of this play or what kind of play they think they running, but it's fucked up. So we gotta. Then they do a damn documentary about the shit. They filmed the shit after they run the play. So let's get into this shit, man. Let's get into this Wendy Williams story, y'all. That's bringing y'all up to speed on everything that's going on right now. But we got to get into this damn story though. So I'm at this on Lifetime. So I got to pause this shit as I'm playing it. So y'all just got to bear with me while I pause some of this shit. I just want y'all to see a few of these clips.
I wish you would get liposuction. Okay. What the brand is this? UGG. UGG? Yeah. Put it in the same position, please.
And as you see, she don't know what the hell going on right now, man. She got, you see what she dealing with. So, she don't know what the hell she's saying.
Close it all the way. Dumbass. No. Go downstairs, please, and order something and make you fatter. Okay. All right. See you in a sec.
So as you see, that's just a few clips right there of some of the little outbursts that she got going on that show. It's like, man, come on, dog. Y'all gotta be better than this. It's just my opinion, man. Y'all gotta be better as people than to film her doing this shit. Just filming her doing all this shit, man. So let's continue, man. Let's continue getting into this. Hold on, thugs.
Did anyone else feel like we should have not seen any of what happened in that documentary last night? I just feel like some things are better left unsaid or unshown. And I don't know if it's to expose what's happening around her, the people around her and what they're doing to her. If it's for that, I guess I can understand, but I have to be honest, it made me so uncomfortable. I have to turn it off. Like I can't finish watching it. I know part 2 comes out today, but I just feel like there is no reason that we needed to see her in this condition, like with her eyes, her health, the alcohol. Every single person that is currently in her life does not have her best interests at heart. And this is so sad to say, but it's like when you're on top of the world, the last thing you think is that you need to get your affairs in order. That's the last thing you think, because you don't think the people around you are plotting against you. That manager, there's one guy, I don't even know his name. Wells Fargo should be in trouble, because how are you going to police how somebody's son spends I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Who's to say that Wendy wouldn't spend that type of money on her son anyway? I don't know. I just feel like it's just a bit too much.
I ain't gonna lie, it is. And if you pay attention, can anybody tell me what they notice about the and Lifetime? Hold on, before I get to that, Lifetime said they not gonna stop this. They said they don't give a fuck who got a problem with it. They gonna air this shit. Lifetime said they don't give a damn. They airing it. So What do y'all notice about the cover Lifetime chose to use? Can anybody pay attention and notice something about the cover of this artwork that Lifetime is choosing to go with Where's Wendy Williams? Symbolism. There you go, Immortal. Think about it. Look right at that one eye. There you go. The one eye ritual, man. They putting Wendy Williams in the blender right now, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. They putting Wendy Williams all the way in the blender. She finna be up out of here real soon. So I don't know if y'all seen that shit, man, but I do recommend, if you have not seen the documentary, you gotta watch it, man. Or at least go watch the clips from it, because it's sad, bro. It's heartbreaking, but you just gotta pay attention to it. You got to. Let's get back to the story, though. Let's get back to this story.
Do y'all think a severe heartbreak from your significant other can turn you from this to this? Think about it. Yes, Wendy was heartbroken. She was devastated, but she was trying to get up on her feet and move past it. She went on talk shows and wrote books about it.
Getting out of my car with my money. Good morning, Journey. She'll be almost I think she'll be 3 next month, don't you? Good morning, Kelvin.
Let me explain to you how this voodoo shit works. Because a lot of y'all are saying that it's drinking, it's drugs, it's all of this. Wendy is in her damn 50s. If you are working someone in a dark way, spirits will be sent to you, sit on your head, get inside of you, and make you more depressed. They will amplify the anger, amplify the depression, amplify the hurt. Next thing you know, you are hearing voices, seeing shit that you never thought that you would even see, to the course that you are drinking more, popping pills more, driving yourself crazy. Wendy Williams has talked so much shit about people for years, but she never went downhill until these two came in the picture. Till she found out her husband had a whole damn baby on her. Till this woman was spending her money, the side chick was spending her money, doing all of this shit. She was straight heartbroken. A whole damn house with her money. But she was fine. She was on talk shows and she was trying to move past it. But it wasn't until she started talking more about it, till she started going downhill and losing her money. This man got served divorce papers and fired from management all in the same day because of Wendy. It was a straight battle. You mean to tell me not one of these went to go pay for spiritual work? You sure about that? Take a good look. And this is why I say, when you are about to do spiritual work on someone, just make sure it's what you really want to do, because the spirit has a way of twisting up shit. Because now Miss Sabrina, aka the side chick, isn't even with this man no more, and she's trying to sue him and put him on child support. And no, I don't think they were the only ones sending negative energy towards Wendy. I think she's been taking it for years. But I think Sabrina and her ex-husband came for her ass, especially the side chick, and they amplified the shit out of Wendy's emotions to the point where she literally kept drinking, kept taking drugs, kept seeing shit, kept hearing shit. She drove herself mad. This is straight voodoo, hoodoo, or root work. Wendy's gonna need a whole sacrifice to get herself out of this. These are all of my opinions and allegedly.
Allegedly. But what do y'all think, man? That's an interesting twist on it, right? Do y'all think this could be some voodoo, hoodoo, some root work? Do y'all think they put some roots on Wendy? I don't know, man. She's saying somebody paid to have some spiritual work done to Wendy Williams. Do y'all believe that is possible? Do y'all believe that is true? Let me know in the chat, man. Let me see. They say, "Oh, Sapphire, let me drop that popcorn. It's getting lit in here." Is it a full moon for you? It's a full moon here. I don't know. It says she said, yes. Yep. Facts could be. I don't know, man. It could possibly be because somebody got it out for Wendy. I'm telling y'all, she done made some enemies, and a few of her enemies happen to be doing rituals in the industry anyway. Hence Beyonce. She got issues with Beyonce. Beyonce is one of the head witches in the industry. She could have put something on her ass. You just never know. I got a couple more. I don't really want to play too many of the clips from the Lifetime shit. I got a whole bunch of shit tonight, so I don't really want to play too many of the clips from that shit because you know what I'm saying, it's on Lifetime. I don't want them fucking with my shit. So I'm gonna get to some of these other stories. Let me skim through. I'm skimming through my damn videos. Give me 1 second, y'all, while I find the next video I gotta pull up for tonight. It's too many. It's so, but it's so fucked up to be real. I really don't even want to show it because the shit is so fucked up anyway. I don't even think no one should even. I don't agree that she should even be doing this. So I really don't want to show. Who is this? Salute to Kenyatta for being a member for 23 months. Wendy needs to get rid of this new management. She can't get rid of these people. I appreciate you for being a member for 23 months, though, Kenyatta. Drop the flowers for Kenyatta. She can't get rid of nobody. They got somebody over her, and she can't get rid of them. Salute to Sapphire. Sapphire's Cosina. Make sure you subscribe to Sapphire's Cosina, by the way. She been a member for 29 months. RG4L. Drop them flowers for Sapphire, y'all.
This Wendy Williams documentary was hard to watch, and personally, I feel like it shouldn't have been shown. Like, I want to know who thought this would be a good idea for us to see her like this. The alcohol, the confusion, the dementia.
Salute Eileen on that 10-piece on Cash App. I appreciate you for sending me that 10. Salute.
Her not being able to really walk. Like, this is not okay. Her eyes are big 80% of the time. She's going off on people and don't even notice it. She's crying randomly and probably don't even notice that either. Like, to me, this documentary did more damage than good because why is she still drinking? If alcohol is part of the reason why her life is the way it is now, why is she still able to drink? Who is buying the drinks for her? It's y'all fault. And then I don't trust this manager because I feel like he just using her for her money. Why are you worried about a damn podcast and she's not well? Like, how in the hell is she going to have a full podcast and she barely can complete sentences and have a regular conversation? Like, in every new scene that he got a new set of jewelry on. That's where her money going. I don't trust him at all. I feel like this is all a game and a joke to him, and I don't like that. Now, who I feel like is telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, right hand to God, is Travis, her nephew, and DJ Booth. Like, the whole family just seems so sad, and I feel like they at a distance because they can't really be around her, which is weird too. And then the manager Will is over her finances because the court feels like Kevin, her son, abuses her finances. They saying it's over $100,000, but what's crazy is that she spent $120,000 on his party alone. And Uber Eats and DoorDash is expensive. I'm not rich at all, and I can only imagine how much I spend on that. So imagine what he's spending. And even if the son wasn't going to be it could have been somebody in her family, not some random person. This documentary just showed me that she has the wrong people around her, and she needs to hurry up and get the right people before it's too late. Like, I couldn't even watch the whole thing. I felt like she was being exploited, and we shouldn't have been watching this. So I just couldn't. I'm sorry. And I understand Wendy Williams is not one of the nicest people ever, and she has said some foul things through her lifetime, but I do not wish this on nobody. I'm sorry. Life hits you hard and fast, and after her husband Kevin left her and did her wrong, it went downhill from there. I'm not in the business of kicking somebody while they're down, so I'm just praying for her, and I hope she does better. Like, the part that really made me turn it off was when she was yelling at her driver to take her to the Wendy Williams Sherry Shepherd show and kept asking him to spin the block. The second part was when she kept yelling at the girl at the weed shop. I'm like, turn this off. Like, I want to give a quick shout out to everybody who deals with her with patience, and I know it's not easy because she be rude sometimes. And also I want to give a shout out to everybody who deals with people with dementia because I know it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to deal with anyone dealing with that at all. So you just gotta take account. She don't know what she's doing, man. If you've ever been around somebody who is dealing with it, you already know it ain't nothing you can do about it. You gotta be real patient. So let us continue. I don't know, man. I think a lot of people gonna get a lot of karma for what they doing to. I don't think Wendy getting her karma. I think they gonna get karma for fucking with Wendy right now, man. I don't believe nobody should be kicking somebody while they down or nothing like that. So I don't agree, man. So let's continue, man. We're gonna continue to get to this story and chop it up about what's going on with Wendy. Let's go. All right, I got another video for y'all. I got a whole bunch more videos, by the way. Let's go. Let's get to it, man.
The Where is Wendy Williams documentary that premiered last night on Lifetime was crazy. I want to get into a little review. Make sure y'all like, share, and comment on this video. Let's get into it. The video started off with Wendy Williams visiting her hometown in Ashbury Park, New Jersey. From there, you could see that her memory was definitely quickly deteriorating as she could not even remember where she was born. From there, the documentary got into the guardianship. In the documentary, they stated that the guardianship stemmed from a financial standpoint. Bank felt as if someone was using Wendy's money without authorization, so they filed a petition with the court for guardianship. In a a court filing in February of 2022, Wells Fargo claimed they had a strong reason to believe that Wendy was the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation. Now, the documentary went on to explain how Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Jr., spent $100,000 on DoorDash and $80,000 in rent, as well as $120,000 on a birthday party. And this kind of sparked the investigation into the guardianship for the bank. This is the spending that they were referring to. Now, documents pertaining to Wendy's guardianship have been sealed for her protection, and the court also did an investigation on the bank guardian and found no wrongdoing. Now, I saw a lot of questions online, and people were wondering why the courts didn't appoint Wendy's sister, son, or even her niece to be her guardian. And in the documentary, they actually revealed that the courts prefer guardianship to be granted to the next of kin, but will find a third-party source if the court feels like the family will not be able to see eye to eye, which is kind of hard to believe, but regardless, Wendy's son is claiming that he has never accessed his mom's money without her consent. He is also claiming that the minute that the guardian took over, she got him out the picture. Now, from there, they segued into Wendy's drinking. Wendy's manager, Will, found empty bottles in her closet, in her bathroom cabinets, and in various other places in her home. It's been no secret that Wendy struggles with the addiction to the bottle. So this is not surprising to me. What is surprising to me, though, is how she gets kind of turned up and how she gets a little bit angry when people tell her to stop drinking. I didn't know she was like that. And I also found it interesting that Wendy Williams' niece, Alex Finney, she made a guest appearance on the documentary, speaking on all of the headlines involving her aunt. She says that she literally Googles her aunt's name every single day to see what's going on. And she just doesn't know if one day she'll Google it and the worst thing ever will pop up, which is that she'll be unalive. So question people's motives. I personally think that it's a little bit of both. Some people are doing it for clickbait, and some people are doing stories because they are actually genuinely shocked at the state that Wendy is in, and they're actually genuinely shocked at the situation that she is in. After they got done talking to Wendy's niece, they segued into how Wendy is trying to get her podcast going. Announced that she was coming out with a podcast almost 2 years ago. And her manager, Will, says that they are trying to find the right deal for her because she is Wendy Williams. So I assume that she is going to want a multi-million-dollar deal. Audience members and the producers have doubts on if Wendy is ready to return to the public eye in that type of setting. I personally think that Wendy is not ready. She can't even remember where she stays. Remember basic information. So it's no way you're telling me that she is going to remember details of stories. She's going to remember past situation and her past history with people, because it's no way when they asked her who she wanted to be a guest on her podcast, she would say Diddy.
Slow down. Take a breath. Take a breath, Thug. But look, yeah, you on point with what you're saying. You just got to slow down a little bit. He's getting it all out in one breath. But nah, they fucking Wendy over, man. They fucking her over in a major way. But I don't even agree that how the hell Wendy Williams gonna have a podcast right now? I'm pretty sure somebody will give her a podcast deal right now. But I mean, you gonna just be serious right now, y'all. I'm not even trying to be funny or make a joke, but how is she's dealing with dementia right now? You gonna give her a podcast? There is no way in hell Wendy Williams needs to be on anybody's podcast. I don't give a damn if they give her $10 million up front. There's no way she just can't do it, man. Not right. I don't even see her getting out of the state she's in. Somebody says she might need a whole sacrifice to get out of this, and I'm agreeing. She gonna need something drastic to get her out, to pull her up out of this one.
After all the things she has said about Diddy in the industry and all the gay rumors she has spun out about Diddy, I cannot believe that she would say Diddy as a person, because she know Diddy ain't coming nowhere near her podcast. Documentary, Wendy also claims that Madonna will be her end-all, be-all interview. Now, while I feel like the manager is trying to find the best deal for Wendy, I kind of feel like he is kind of doing it for self-gain as well. I'm into talking about, is Wendy lonely? A lot of these people in her life seem to be yes men, seem to be people that are on payroll, seem to be people that are benefiting from the situation, benefiting from telling her yes. And that's another thing Wendy's niece is going to touch on in the next episode. She's going to touch on how everyone in Wendy's life is benefiting from being on payroll. Her entire family resides in Miami, but Wendy is in New York. So I don't understand why she just doesn't move down to Miami. I know she owns the condo in New York, but selling ain't nothing but a thing, especially when you got Wendy Williams money. Now, while Wendy does have a collection of yes men around her, she definitely puts them through the ringer, okay? There was a scene that's going to go viral, I'm sure, of her trying to go to a vape shop and get a vape. Wendy went off on her driver, publicist, and the film crew because she wanted her vape.
Salute to Leash for that 20-piece McNugget. Says, you are amazing. I appreciate you for that super sticker. Salute to you, Leash.
She wanted to go to a specific shop to get the item. She did not recognize the neighborhood. She went off. She made them spin the block at least 2 or 3 times until she recognized where she was at. This entire situation irritated the film crew, irritated the driver, and irritated the publicist so much that they actually had to take a 2 to 3 day break from filming. And when they caught back up with Wendy, she actually was looking in worse condition than when they left her. The situation was all so unfortunate. In the vape car scene, you can clearly see that she was having an episode. You can clearly see that she was not in her right mind. The way she was going off on her publicist, Sean, making her run in and out the store was absolutely ridiculous. This actually gets me into my final topic, which is Wendy's relationship with her publicist, Sean. And I absolutely 100% positively believe that Sean is an enabler, okay? If you listen to the things and the conversation they have, you can see that Wendy Williams is persistent on drinking. She's persistent on doing things that are not good for her health. And Sean just like, oh, well, you know your limit. You're a grown woman. You don't have to da-da-da. Like, girl, if you're going to be in this woman's corner and you're going to be trying to benefit from her, you're going to need to make sure that she is in 100% good health. Now, I'm not saying that you need to babysit her, but I'm saying that you need to have her best interests at heart. And I don't know if this woman does. Sean is a publicist that's helping Wendy Williams secure her podcast deal, and she is giving yes man to the 1000th power. She lets Wendy walk all over her. She lets Wendy do all this. Wendy is very critical of Sean. She told her that she needs to get liposuction. She called her a UMBASS. And Wendy had just said a lot of shady things to Sean in this documentary. Now, Sean is claiming that Wendy knows she has thick skin, and Wendy also knows that Sean is a ride or die friend and employee. So she pretty much just allows Wendy to talk to her like that. And she said that it really doesn't hurt her feelings like that. This whole situation is also crazy. I'm not sure if this documentary should have ever been aired because this shows a side of Wendy Williams we have never seen before. I don't know if Wendy Williams was in her right mind. She would want us to see her like this. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this entire documentary. Do you guys feel like her son is wrong for spending all that money on DoorDash? Whose fault do you feel like it is that Wendy is in this situation? I know it's also sad that Wendy has these health issues. Like, this is all so much to take in. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this entire situation. Do not forget to like.
So what do y'all think about this shit? Buddy ain't took a breath yet. But now, what do y'all think about the Wendy Williams situation, man? That is gonna get you up to speed as much as you need to be up to speed on this situation and everything involved in it. We got more videos to play. I just wanted to get y'all caught up to speed on what's going on with her health conditions and kind of the state she's in right now. Why the fuck are they even allowing her to drink? That's another thing I want to know. I want to know why the hell they even letting her drink. Let's go ahead and check out this next video, man. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to this shit. Hold on.
Wendy Williams' former attorney shares video footage when she was under her son's care just 2 weeks before going under her court-ordered guardianship.
And I like the company I keep there, and I do what I can. I do what I can.
I see you looking real healthy.
Please, Kevin, please.
Yeah, but you also like how it's really proud of, because I know you like the gyms if they're proud, of course.
Yeah, I like it, and I also like food, which is why I've got to keep on my routines with going to the gym, you know?
Yeah, and like, how have you been eating? Like, because everyone looks at you, you have beautiful skin, and people want to know what's the secret.
Thank you. I'm not giving you points for saying that to me. You know that, don't you? No, but you know, it's I was born.
At this point, free Wendy and return her to her family in Florida where she belongs. This is beyond heartbreaking to see Wendy go through this before our eyes. Let us know what you think below in the comment section.
So right before she went through the little guardianship, that was her. Like I said, man, they did something to Wendy, man. I'm not sure what the hell is going on, but it's like it happened overnight. You see Wendy one way, and then all of a sudden you see her now. It's like, who the hell is what the hell happened to Wendy? How does that happen overnight like that? I want to know, just like y'all want to know. And Kevin and her relationship, that her son it's just a little sketchy, man. I'm gonna be real. He gives me a little sketchy vibes. I don't know what's up with her son, but we're gonna continue. Let's go. Let's play this next clip, man. Hold on, thugs. Give me 1 second. All right, let's go.
So yesterday, Wendy Williams' attorneys have posted this video of her. Let me play it for you.
I see you. You're looking real healthy now.
Please, Kevin, please.
Yeah, but you also like how it's really private, because I know you like gyms if they're private, of course.
Yeah, I like it, and I also like food, which is why I've got to keep all my routines with going to the gym, you know?
Yeah. And like, how are you eating? Like, because everyone looks at you, you have beautiful skin. Like, people want to know what's the secret.
Thank you. I'm not giving you points for saying that to me. You know that, don't you?
I'm trying.
No, but you know, it's
I could pause to read it, but her attorney also left this very long caption, but I'm going to skim through it for you. In this long caption, her attorney states that you can clearly see the difference between Wendy's well-being during the time she's in Florida with her son caring for her and the lack thereof while she was in New York under guardianship. Now, it's interesting that he had put guardianship in quotes because a lot of you know, back in 2022, we did like an 8-part series on Wendy Williams and that guardianship. And don't worry, I went ahead and pinned the videos to the top so you can just follow along. And if you go to the comments, you'll actually be able to follow the entire thread of this series. Now, remember, back in 2022, when we did that 8-part series about Wendy Williams' guardianship, what occurred was, and I'm gonna give you the brief overview. At the time that Wendy Williams was exiting the Wendy Williams show, but people didn't really know she was exiting the Wendy Williams show, she had her financial advisors from Wells Fargo do a little bit of financial analyzation into her finances. And what occurred was, at the time, we had speculated that Wendy Williams was trying to exit out of the Wendy show because her husband at the time, Kelvin Hunter, was attempting to take money from her. So Wendy knew that if she had left the Wendy show, then she wouldn't have to pay her husband any alimony. Now, in this 8-part series, we also talked about how we thought it was kind of insidious for her financial advisors to be digging into her finances, but they were also colluding with her production company, basically to force her back to work. What occurred in court when Wendy Williams had to be sat down to talk about her finances, not only did her production company, but also her financial advisors at Wells Fargo said that they wanted to pull her medical records, which everybody thought was strange. So her financial advisors froze her assets and then asked the courts to pull her medical records, basically as to show, was she really under, medical distress as to why she couldn't return to the Wendy show. At the time, a lot of people were like, yo, why is your production company and your financial advisors at Wells Fargo colluding against you? And in the series, we had talked about how Wendy Williams had went live on her own personal Instagram page and basically said everything we had speculated. Wendy had detailed in this 8-part series that her financial advisors at Wells Fargo, as well as the producers over at the Wendy show, were using the courts to pull her medical record. And she had stopped going to her doctor because her doctor had turned those medical records over to her financial advisors at Wells Fargo. And basically, in a nutshell, saying they're working together to force me to go back to work. That's what brought me to this comment here by Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva says, I can understand the bank trying to ensure no one takes advantage of her financially. What I'm not understanding is how and why the bank is involved in decisions regarding where she lives and who takes care of her. Well, Funky, I'm going to revert you back to this 8-part series because Wendy Williams was asking those same questions back in 2022. Because why y'all involved in her mess? And why y'all involved in what she got to do with her money? But Wells Fargo was insidious because they went as far as not only cutting off all of her credit cards, but all of her American Express cards and basically locking her out of her money. And Wendy had stated in this, yeah, I'm broke. To you guys, I look like I'm living lavishly, but behind the scenes, I can't even get any money. So much so that at the time when her son was in college, they even stopped paying for her son's college tuition. So yes, I'm going to go back and start doing some digging into this Wendy show thing because I think we need to revisit what's going on.
And there's something going on in this Wendy situation. Like I said, the bank even telling her, look, lady, you ain't touching your bread. We got that. You, matter of fact, we don't even want you making decisions about you. But how the hell is the bank? I wish the bank would, man. What? You gonna tell me I can't see? Man. See now the bank telling her how she can use her money. Man, I don't know, man. Let's continue, man. Let's get back to the next story.
Wendy Williams, the former daytime talk show host, has been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and aphasia, a disorder that makes it difficult or impossible for a person to express or comprehend language, according to a statement from her representatives. Ms. Williams, who hosted The Wendy Williams Show on Fox for more than a decade, was officially diagnosed last year after undergoing a battery of medical tests, according to a statement released on Thursday. The tests show that Ms. Williams has primary progressive aphasia, a type of frontotemporal dementia, her representative said, adding that she was receiving the necessary medical care. Over the past few years, questions have been raised at times about Wendy's ability to process information, and many have speculated about Wendy's condition. particularly when she began to lose words, act erratically at times, and have difficulty understanding financial transactions. The statement was released before the premiere this Saturday of Where is Wendy Williams, a Lifetime Network two-part documentary about Ms. Williams. The project stopped filming in April when, according to the documentary, Ms. Williams entered a care center where she has been ever since. Ms. Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., says in the documentary that doctors have connected her cognitive issues to alcohol use. People reported. Ms. Williams' family told People that a court-appointed legal guardian was the only person who had unfettered access to her.
And right there, so this is all about alcoholism. They saying she was abusing alcohol. So then why during this documentary are we watching this lady consume more alcohol? That's my question about this whole thing. So you telling me this all happened because of her drinking habits. So you further her drinking habits by enabling her to continue drink. I don't know, bro. Like, this don't make no sense to me. It's like y'all trying to get rid of her at this point.
Williams' sister, Wanda Finney, told People that her family did not know what center Ms. Williams was in. They cannot call her themselves, she said, but Ms. Williams can call them. In May 2020, Ms. Williams went on hiatus from her talk show because of fatigue caused by the autoimmune disorder Graves' disease, the show said in a statement at the time. She hosted the next season's premiere in September 2020, but health struggles prevented her from returning the next season, and the show used guest hosts before it was canceled in 2022. Her representatives said that they were providing an update about Ms. Williams' health, not only to advocate for understanding and compassion for Wendy, but to raise awareness about aphasia and frontotemporal dementia and support the thousands of others facing similar circumstances. Frontotemporal dementia is the most common kind of dementia for people under 60. Primary progressive aphasia is a type of frontotemporal dementia that affects people's ability to speak and communicate. It doesn't really seem like a dementia the way people typically think about that word, said Dr. Sammy Barmada, a neurologist at Michigan Medicine. With primary progressive aphasia, people may struggle to find the right words. They could be talking, and then all of a sudden, they'll pause. You can see them trying to get the words out, Dr. Barmada said. Patients may also substitute words when they can't find them, saying something like thingy instead of remote control. In some cases, patients may also have a hard time following conversations, particularly in groups, and understanding what people are saying around them. The condition progresses slowly over time, and there are few treatment options. The statement from Ms. Williams' representatives said that she was still able to do many things for herself. Most importantly, she maintains her trademark sense of humor and is receiving the care she requires to make sure she is protected and that her needs are addressed, the statement said. She is appreciative of the many kind thoughts and good wishes being sent her way.
So that's what's going on with Wendy Williams, y'all. This is, it's sad to watch, man. I'm gonna be real. This is getting real sad to watch. I don't think that she, you know what I'm saying, deserves it. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that this is a part of karma because of what she did to so many other people. Me personally, I don't think so, man. It's just fucked up. But let's get into the story, man. We got to continue, y'all. We got to continue, man. She ain't looking the same no more. That don't even look like Wendy, y'all. It just does not look like Wendy Williams, y'all.
My thing is that I've been asking questions about my money. And when I began asking questions about my money, suddenly Lori Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. And Wells Fargo has no questions and answers with regarding my money. This is not fair. And Lori Schiller and Wells Fargo have this guardianship petition about keeping me away from my money. This is not right. And you know this is not fair. And this guy named Bernie Young, I know for a fact that Bernie Young used my American Express card to hire an attorney to file a petition against me. That was done with my American Express card. Bernie Young, you're no good. And this is not fair at all, you know? And then there's this person, a former doctor, okay, had medical information about me that I never even got. It was sent over to Lori Schiller. So I haven't gotten the stuff. I fired.
Stay woke, y'all. She started name dropping it, like I said, right after that. Now she got all this shit going on with her. And man, I hope everybody could see this play. This is clear as day what they doing right here. This ain't even they not even moving smart no more with the shit. They not even moving smart. They just putting it out there clear as day. She name dropping, telling y'all they took her money, got up and hired an attorney to sign a petition against her to keep her away from her money, using her money. What kind of, man, the game is cold, man. It's a cold game out here.
Of course Lindsey Graham was not listening. He was worried about the 6-year-old boy trapped in his cupboard back home. Speaking of gossip, we have the latest update on Wendy Williams. We need her. What illiterate former talk show host is still in rehab, but not in the United States? She is allegedly at a rehab in Switzerland, of all places. This facility has been used by one of her family members in the past. It's also a lockdown rehab. No phones, no iPads, no nothing.
And she was in Switzerland when she went to rehab, y'all. She was in Switzerland. What the fuck did they put Wendy Williams in a Switzerland lockdown rehab facility for? It says, what did Kanye say? I was mentally misdiagnosed and nearly drugged out of my mind to make me a manageable, well-behaved celebrity. Now it's Wendy. Nah, Crystal Cove, I appreciate that, honey bun. I appreciate you, and you're right. They tried to do Kanye the same way, but he wasn't going.
She's been getting treated with antabuse to combat her severe alcoholism. When she leaves the facility is not clear, but I've heard it's going to be early next year. But you guys, like that's a month, okay? Next year is less than a month away, which is insane. But she could be leaving soon. She's also fired her shady manager, thank God, and PR people on the advice of some close friends, which she did before entering rehab. And actually the last blind item I got, like personally submitted to me, said that she needed to fire her shady manager and her PR team around her was sucking D. So that's actually a great progress step. She's healing herself and also getting rid of the toxicity surrounding her. Wendy Williams, come back, please. I need you. I miss you so much. We love you. We talk about you every day. And it's all good. It's just how much we miss you. And we wish that you would send another message to Britney Spears' dad sometime soon because he's not doing well. We want you to just end it.
So a lot of people, Wendy got a lot of fan base. A lot of people like that messy drama. They still want it, man. They're like, Wendy, we need the tea. You need to get better so we can get the tea. But like I said, this lady dealing with dementia along with some other things. I really don't see her being able to. I don't see a bounce back from this, man. And especially if this is like some spiritual root work, man, it's going to take a lot to get up out of this.
You want more? I'll give you more. So by now, everyone has heard the news. Wendy Williams has been diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontal temporal dementia. So essentially what's happening to Bruce Willis is also happening to Wendy Williams. And we have the blind item on that. Let's start with the related headlines. I don't like this headline at all. Stephanie Holland, as a writer and a gossiper myself, Wendy Williams denied privacy and grace to other celebs. The internet has thoughts on what she deserves. This headline is so fucking insensitive considering the fact that it just was publicized yesterday that she has dementia and she doesn't have the control and the authority over herself that other celebrities she's talked about has. I'm sorry, Wendy Williams treated Jamie Spears exactly like he deserved to be treated. And Stephanie Holland, who are you? Lifetime says it will still air Where's Wendy Williams documentary despite lawsuit. And that is Wendy Williams' guardian files a sealed lawsuit against Lifetime's parent company, A&E.
They filed a sealed lawsuit against A&E. The guardianship did.
To keep this documentary from being aired, but Lifetime says they're going to go ahead and air it. Money. All of this is about money. Obviously, there's still very good reason why this bank is keeping the money of the illiterate former talk show host out of the hands of the rest of the family. It is one of the reasons why they are being sued. So this lawsuit is sealed. We can't see the contents of it. And given the timeline, there's a chance a judge could rule expeditiously on whether or not this thing can be aired. But what's going on is Wendy Williams' leechy family is trying to get all the money from this documentary from her. They've just been leeching off of her for years, and this is another attempt to get all the money from Lifetime for this documentary at Wendy Williams' expense once again. Listen, Wendy Williams may have like gossiped about like celebrities, but she put herself out there. No one exposed Wendy Williams more than Wendy Williams herself. So let's all give her grace. I love Wendy Williams is my muse. This makes me so sad. I just hope that she has people in her corner like Britney Spears that actually have her best interest at heart, but I fear that she does not.
And I don't think she does either. Not judging off. There's no y'all mad about the shit being aired, but y'all was in it. I don't get that. Where's the logic of that? You pissed off about this being aired, yet y'all in the episode, sitting right there on camera talking to her. So let's stop with the bullshit and call a spade right here, man. Let's go. Hold on, thugs. We're not done. Let's get back to it.
You want more? I'll give you more. I Googled it. So back in 2015 to 2016, is that when she wasn't seen for a year? She was making upwards of $465,753.42 daily. While touring, it's estimated she brings in over $1 million per day.
So it says Wendy Williams Swift was once estimated to earn a whopping $1 million per day. That said her income varies depending on project releases, touring, and other factors. If we used the very likely low estimated 170 million, the annual figure she made from 2015 to 2016, she makes $465,000 a day. Allegedly.
Money. And I'm going to tell you. Are we ready? Yeah, ready on you. All right. And away we go. All I know is how to be famous. I really want to be back on television.
And this is about a TV comeback. I don't want to play too many of their clips, but this is all about a pretty much just about a TV comeback for Wendy, and I think they're exploiting her at this point.
I was pointing out what.
And they got this. I'm not gonna play the rest of it because she got some music playing in there. But basically, this is all about a comeback. This is all about Wendy Williams making a comeback in Hollywood, and this is a horrible attempt, man. This is desperate. It's giving desperate vibes. It's giving desperate vibes right now, man. All right, hold on. Let me get to this next story. Let's bring Beyonce into the mix. Hold on, thugs.
You know Beyonce can't talk. Beyonce sounds like she's got a 5th grade education.
Wendy Williams seems to have secret beef with Beyonce. She always criticizes her whenever she gets the chance, and this has been going on for years. But what is Wendy's problem? Do the two of them have a secret feud we don't know about? The truth is finally coming out, and it's honestly more shocking than you could ever imagine. We all know Wendy isn't one to shy away from speaking her mind. Sometimes that's a good thing, and it gets her a lot of praise. Other times, not so much. And a lot of those instances have to do with the so-called feud that she has going on with Beyonce, a feud that apparently started 24 years ago. Back then, Beyonce was still a part of Destiny's Child and was trying to make a name for herself in the music industry. With that being said, the group actually went through some major changes so that they could have the perfect image for themselves.
Do y'all feel like her beef with Beyonce was justified? She used to drag Beyonce for life every chance she get it, along with a few others. So a lot of people are like, man, look, this is just Whitney's turn. Now she used to give out all the tea on everybody else. Now she's the tea. That's how some people look at it. Some people like, nah, man, don't hit her while she down, man. This ain't got nothing to do with that, man. Just don't hit somebody while they already down. But like I said, the Beehive, they coming right now. A lot of people going for Wendy right now. It's a sick and sad world, y'all. But let's continue.
These changes involved Latavia Robertson and LaToya Luckett being dropped from the group. They then brought in Michelle Williams and Farrah Franklin, but Farrah didn't stay around for long. So in the end, it was just Michelle, Kelly, and Beyonce. Beyonce's first encounter with Wendy came when the group did an interview with her on her Power 99 show. Now, this interview was meant to be a simple one that would promote the girls and bring them more good press, but that wasn't exactly what happened. While
nothing goes as planned when you're dealing with Wendy. We all know that but that's like somebody stepping to Ratchet TV doing something and then going left. You're like, come on, man, that was Ratchet TV, dog. You knew you should have watched this content. Ratchet, he might go left every now and then. You just don't know. You never know what Ratchets. You never know what Wendy.
While they were on the show, Wendy did everything but talk about the girls and their music. If anything, it seemed like she made it her mission to talk down to them throughout the entire thing, even though her main focus was on Beyonce. She said things like they should be called Beyonce and the girls, since Beyonce was the obvious leader of the group, while Kelly and Michelle were just backup singers for her. She then went on to accuse the girls of getting together with the guys from the R&B group Jagged Edge while they were on tour together. The interview just wasn't great, and interestingly enough, this was the last time Wendy ever interviewed Beyonce. This makes sense since Beyonce supposedly felt insulted by the way Wendy spoke to her. But what was Wendy's side of the story? Why did she say all of those things? What was her problem? Neither of the women has addressed this interview since it happened, but there has been some speculation about why Wendy did what she did. The most likely explanation is that Wendy simply did it for the drama, because the truth is that drama sells.
So do y'all think Wendy did this as a publicity stunt? Y'all think she was really beefing with Beyonce? What was the issue with Wendy? Was she just doing it like, fuck it, I'm just trying to get some clout. I got Beyonce up here, fuck it, I'm just going in.
And all publicity is good publicity. In this case, it obviously wasn't good publicity for Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle, but Wendy got some attention from it because she became one of the first people to call Beyonce out for apparently being a controlling person and wanting to take center stage all the time. Wendy later decided to drag Beyonce again in 2012. This happened during the Hot Topics segment of one of her shows. Wendy brought up Beyonce's name, but it was just kind of weird. She talked about how she was such a Beyonce fan and was looking forward to watching her HBO documentary, Life is But a Dream. But after saying this, everything started to go downhill really fast. Apparently, Wendy wasn't looking forward to watching it because she was a Beyonce fan like she'd claimed. No, she wanted to watch it because one of the TVs in her kitchen had closed captions. So for the first time ever, she would be able to understand what Beyonce was saying. If you're wondering why Wendy would say something like this, well, here's her reason. Apparently, Beyonce talks like a child. Even though Wendy's audience that day clearly didn't agree with her, she didn't back down. According to her, we have to call a spade a spade.
So like I said, she went in on Beyonce, said Beyonce talked like a little kid, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And every chance she got, she went at Beyonce. Every chance. And that's an enemy you probably just don't want to make. Diddy, Beyonce, Jay-Z, remember, high-powered enemies you probably don't want to make. But let's continue.
And the spade in this very case is that Beyonce didn't have a proper education growing up. Although Beyonce never responded to Wendy's comments about her, word on the street is that this is the reason why she doesn't like to give interviews to anyone. After all this happened, I guess you could say that Wendy saw the influence her words had on Beyonce, but instead of backing down, she just kept going. And over the years, she's made tons of crazy comments about Beyonce. One time she said that she didn't have any talent and needed auto-tune to get to where she is today. This was obviously a statement that a lot of people didn't agree with, but Wendy didn't care and she stuck by what she said. And then there was the other time when she claimed that Beyonce had paid for some fake drama surrounding the release of her Lemonade album. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like most people don't repeatedly drag someone for years if they don't have some kind of crazy feud going on with them. And when when the questions started pouring in about what was really going on between Beyonce and Wendy, Wendy made this whole statement about how she just said all of those things for fun. And at the end of the day, she respected all the artists she called out. Even though she didn't mention Beyonce's name while saying this, we all know who she was talking about. Wendy tried to downplay the entire situation, but the truth of the matter is that many people don't believe her. They think that there must be something more to it all.
Do y'all think it's more to it, or was she just fucking around just to be because she knew that she was gonna go viral? Or do Wendy got some real smoke with Beyonce? I mean, she said a lot of fucked up shit about Beyonce. You gotta be real. She said some things like, "Damn, girl, damn."
And I can definitely see why. I mean, the whole thing is just ridiculous. Why would Wendy just take things so far just for fun? How would that make any sense? Either way, Beyonce never responded to Wendy's comments, so it's hard to say what her thoughts on all of this are and if she's ever forgiven Wendy. But what do you guys think? Why do you think Wendy said all those things? Do you think she has something against Beyonce? Should Beyonce forgive her, or should she just keep ignoring those comments? Let me know what your thoughts.
So yeah, right there. That's just a prime example of one of the situations she put herself in with you know what I'm saying, Queen B Beyonce. And a lot of people like, bro, why the fuck would you be aiming for Beyonce, one of the top women in the industry, entertainment, music, whatever? Come on, man. You playing with fire right now. You playing with fire. Let's continue.
I have no money. And I'm going to tell you something. If it happens to me, it could happen to you.
Yep, guys, Wendy Williams is officially broke. Not just that, by the way, she also moved back to her family home in Florida. And this could be the end of Wendy on TV as we know it. But wait a minute, why do these people even have Wendy working on a documentary when she clearly should be recovering? Does this whole thing look like a setup to you? Because it sure does to me. Child, like I said, Wendy is obviously in no condition to be working. But the people around her are not done milking everything they can from her. I don't even know why they were pushing her to do a documentary, but they did. And all it will do is confirm people's fears. So in a trailer for Lifetime's new 2-part documentary, Where is Wendy Williams?, Wendy is seen for the first time on screen since leaving the Wendy Williams show. And one of the things she says in the documentary is that since she was 6 years old, all she wanted was to be famous. Now, from the trailer, we can tell that this documentary will cover extensively how Wendy's health deteriorated, because there are scenes of Wendy needing assistance even just to walk. In fact, when a producer asks if Wendy has seen a neurologist, she replies,
"Did you see a neurologist to find out if I'm crazy?"
Of course, Wendy's health struggles are not anything new, since back in 2019, Wendy herself opened up about her struggles after an extended break from her talk show. And she announced on her daytime series that she'd been staying in a sober house for some time in an effort to crack down on her struggles.
Well, for some time now, and even today and beyond, I have been living in a sober house. When you see me come to work, glammed up, right after the show, I go across the street, I do my Pilates. I told you 2 hours a day. I like to take care of my body.
Wendy checked into an undisclosed rehab facility again for treatment, and she spent 2 months in rehab. Well, the struggles are being addressed in the documentary again. And as Wendy is shown needing breaks on set to sit down and help to stand, a family member says that she was put in front of a judge and given a guardian when her personal ailments became too much.
She was put in front of a judge and given a guardian. That was when they took her away from us.
In addition, Wendy's struggles with drinking are also addressed when one of her loved ones finds a bottle of vodka amongst her things and asks, "Did you drink this whole thing today?" And Wendy snaps back and instructs him to keep the bottle there while recovering in bed. In another scene, Wendy gets aggressive in the backseat of a car.
Man. And like I said, they letting the lady sit there and drink while she dealing with the shit that came from drinking. I don't get these damn people, man. I'm gonna be real. I don't understand these damn people. I don't get it. Let's get back to the next one, man. Hold on. Let's get to this next video.
Wants to work, but I feel as though she's worked enough. She has people around her who are yes people and allowing this to continue.
So Wendy Williams is finally back after being away from our screens for the longest time. But it looks like things aren't as great as we had hoped, because her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., is now coming out to accuse her team of taking advantage of her and pushing Wendy into destructive habits just so that they can profit off her. Wendy's team just announced that she's going to be starring in a documentary, but it doesn't look like her son is convinced that she is doing it out of free will. And he's not the only one who thinks this, because her brother, her ex-husband, and even her former employee, BJ Booth have all called out her team for acting shady. So does this mean that they've been lying to us for the longest time? And are they deliberately making sure that Wendy doesn't get better so they can keep ripping her off?
Guardian has not done a good job of protecting my mom.
My life. Right now, she's weak and vulnerable, and she needs to be around people who aren't going to take advantage of that. I have no.
So we are finally hearing about Wendy Williams for the first time in more than a year, and unfortunately, it's not exactly the good news that we've been looking forward to. Well, it's not entirely bad news because she has a documentary coming up pretty soon, so she's probably going to be in a great place financially, and that's one thing to be thankful for. On the other hand, the trailer for the documentary dropped, and it confirmed our suspicions that Wendy is not really doing so well and that she has been struggling for a hot minute. And I'm not just talking about struggling financially, but also mentally as well, because she just looks so sad in the trailer that it kind of breaks my heart for her, especially because the world is going to watch her breakdown on the big screens. Now, I know that this might seem like something that happened after she lost her show and stopped bringing it the money, but in reality, she started to spiral way before that. And it all happened after her then husband, Kevin Hunter, got his side piece, Sharina Hudson, pregnant because Wendy was so hurt and broken that she started to drink, which led to her having a relapse because she has always struggled with alcohol. But she eventually managed to put herself together again, and she filed for divorce from Kevin, but she also managed to get her lick back. Kevin revealed that Wendy had played him just so she could be petty and get her revenge. He said, "When the news was out, I told her I would step down from the show, and Wendy told me I need to stay because I was having a kid. I stayed, only to later be lined up. I got fired from management, served divorce papers, and also fired from the show all in the same day." Wendy definitely enjoyed doing this, and she revealed so in an interview.
I glued the mailbox closed with the Gorilla Glue. And I spray painted pink all over it. And I'm just crying and having a good old time in my own head saying, all right, Wendy, you've always been strong. Girl, this is your time. You got to get this mess together. You got a hit show. You got a beautiful son. What do you do when you find out your marriage is about to be all the way over?
But her enjoyment was only short-lived because it was only a couple of months until she started having some issues with her health, and this eventually led to her show canceled. Back in 2021, Wendy explained that she had to pull out of the promotional campaign for the upcoming season of The Wendy Williams Show. Fans were concerned, but not too concerned, because after all, everyone gets sick at one point or the other in their lives. Besides, Wendy promised that she was going to be at the premiere of the new season, so fans didn't worry too much. Then things took a turn for the worse when Wendy canceled her appearance at the show's premiere, claiming that she had not been cleared by her doctors to appear on the show yet because of some complications with her Graves' disease. Like that wasn't enough, she also got COVID-19, which made things even worse with her health. There were also reports that she had been confined to a psychiatric hospital because she had issues with her mental health. But then, Tasha K jumped into the situation to claim that Wendy Williams was dealing with early onset dementia. She also claimed that Wendy was living in a safe house and not at her Manhattan apartment. Listen to what Tasha K said.
Man, Tasha K be with Tasha K always in somebody's shit, ain't she? Tasha K always got something to say. Let's continue. Hold on, thugs. All right, hold on. Let's get to what Tasha K had to say. Let's get to Tasha K messy ass. Hold on.
Wendy done. Wendy is done. And I don't like to say this. And she has early stages of dementia.
Apart from the claims of dementia, let's also talk about Tasha K's claim that Wendy lost all blood flow to the bottom of her legs and her feet, so she can only move around in a wheelchair.
Now, she has lost all blood circulation to the bottom of her legs and her feet, so she can't walk.
Now, y'all know that whatever Tasha K says has to be taken with a pinch of salt because she's in heavy debt as a result of her making up fake news on celebs, so she's not exactly a 100% trustworthy source. But this claim about Wendy's legs kinda added up because in September 2021, pictures of Wendy surfaced online where she was being pushed around New York in a wheelchair. However, Wendy's brother came out to slam Tasha K, and he denied the claims of Wendy having dementia. He claimed that even though Wendy wasn't exactly doing perfectly with her physical health, she was being cared for by her family and there was nothing wrong with her mentally. He said, "We haven't had any alerts like that, and I haven't seen anything like that or have had conversations with her that would lead me to believe that. We routinely go up and check on Wendy. So no, we don't have any concerns concerning her mental state. It's all physical." But a few weeks after this, an article by The Sun came out that kind of painted Wendy's mental health in a bad state and hinted that her family was trying to cover up her real issues. The Sun wrote, according to sources, Wendy's manager was summoned to her penthouse apartment after she had appeared unwell during a Zoom show taping earlier in the week. Her manager and a small group of confidants arrived at the host's home to lend support to the struggling talk show queen. According to multiple sources, Wendy had undressed in her room and was touching herself in a sexual manner while shouting vulgar comments. The eyewitnesses looked on in horror, and immediately called healthcare workers. After medical personnel arrived at the home, Wendy allegedly grew more aggressive. She was eventually taken to the hospital, where she would remain for weeks. So yeah, things weren't so good with Wendy for a hot minute, and coupled with her poor physical health, things soon went from bad to worse. The producers of her show tried to hold things down for her for an entire season, and they had guest hosts fill in for her. But at the end of the season, it was clear that she was no longer coming back, and the show was canceled.
So man, this shit, like I said, it's a sad situation dealing with Wendy, man. Everything was good. She gets into some shit with her ex-husband. Her health gets bad, then it gets from bad to worse. Then her family saying she ain't dealing with dementia. Comes out she is dealing with dementia. She can barely walk. She can't really talk to. I mean, she can talk, but she don't know what the hell she's talking about. She's going off on people. It's just it's a fucked up and unfortunate situation. But I feel like they finessing her and they exploiting her right now. And I do believe that a lawsuit will come. And I think the family or whoever is behind her expenses or whatever, I just think she should be paid for everything Lifetime made from this shit. That's just my opinion. I think Lifetime owe her a big ass check. And the fact that they just said, we don't even care how y'all feel, we gonna air it anyway. I don't know, man. But the family was fucked up for even being a part of it.
With Sherry Shepherd being offered the time slot instead. Things spiraled for Wendy, and according to reports, she had to go into a wellness center to get better. She was away for a very long time, and we didn't hear anything from her. When she eventually came out, sources claimed that people surrounding her were putting pressure on her to get back to work again. They were trying to force her to find a new TV show, reality TV, or anything she could get. But
that's why they was trying to get her to do that damn podcast. They telling her, hey, look, we need to get you a podcast deal. We can get you a multi-million-dollar podcast deal. Let's get you another TV show. You gotta get to the next phase. You gotta make a comeback. And that's why they doing this shit, because they putting it in her head that she has to make a comeback. It's like, Wendy, it's over. Like, stardom is over. I don't think you want to be a star at this point. At this point, it's exploitation at this point. I don't see you being a star no more, Wendy. The days of you being a celebrity is over. Like, with this you got going on right now, ain't no way in hell you making a comeback in stardom. It's over.
they weren't doing it because they cared about her, but because they wanted to profit off her. If Went wasn't working, she wasn't making money, and they couldn't have this. So they put pressure on her to find new work, even though she was in no state to work, and they should have been encouraging her to focus on getting better instead. Her son, Kevin Jr., finally spoke out about this, and he confirmed this. In an interview with The Sun, claimed that she was being manipulated by people around her who should have been protecting her, and in an interview, he said, I know there are all sorts of things happening that I know in her right mind she would never agree to. As hard as it is seeing her being taken advantage of, I know that if I'm making sure she, as a person, is okay, that is the important thing. So it's clear that Kevin loves his mom very much, and he's pained to see how she's being manipulated and taken advantage of. He said, what's been made more important by the people around her is that while her health may not be great, she needs to keep on earning income. And in my opinion, that should not be a priority at all. And whoever has been hired, they are taking advantage of someone who needs to get better. He also claimed that people were taking advantage of her drinking, saying, there are a lot of people who are very aware that there is an issue with her drinking and how that issue may be helped. But I think these people are taking advantage of it while allowing it to play out to make it look like they aren't causing the issue. If they aren't providing it, they are definitely enabling a type of personality and giving her the green light to drink. This was not the first time that somebody was calling out people around Wendy for enabling her self-destructive tendencies for their benefit, because DJ Booth also exposed this back in 2020. I say this because in 2020, DJ Booth left the Wendy Williams show without an explanation, and this made fans wonder what was going on. For those who don't know, DJ Booth was the longtime DJ on the Wendy show, so him leaving all of a sudden was very sus. Turned out that he left the show because he was tired of watching the producers and managers watch Wendy spiral without trying to get her help. A fan commented on Instagram and said, Wendy, you need to stop your show and seriously get help. Your camp is just watching you spiral instead of sending help. Shame on them. Another fan commented on this and said, she don't listen to them. Probably why DJ Booth left the show. Now, DJ Booth himself replied to this fan and said, yup, exactly, and it will all come out. Y'all have no idea what's really going on, and everyone there is afraid to speak up because they don't want to lose their jobs. This is going to play out bad. I feel sorry for the workers and victims. Have a blessed day. So unfortunately, Wendy didn't surround herself with people who had her best interests at heart, and it made things even more difficult. But after a while, she appeared to be doing better and even claimed that she was open to falling in love again.
Man. Yeah, Wendy, you got a lot of wishful thinking right now. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You never wanted to leave your fame and fortune, but unfortunately, you're going to have to leave all that behind, sis. It's from what we watched in that documentary. And raise your hand if you've seen the documentary. Raise your hand in here if you have seen the documentary, because from what we've seen, even if you haven't seen it, you just seen the clips, it's there ain't no way in hell it's over. I don't even see how you can go from looking like that to that and then think it's gonna be like, what are you gonna go? You can't go back to what you were. It's like the looks have left. So at this point, your body is deteriorating and your health is getting worse. I don't see a comeback, man. They saying somebody said at the beginning of the show in one of the videos, it was some root work possibly done on her and she would need a sacrifice to do this. I don't even see that working at this point, how bad it looks.
I can't wait to fall in love. Okay. Now, I'm serious about that. You know, it's not enough that I sit home by myself at 58 years old. I can't wait to fall in love.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get married. I want him to have already had kids. I want him to be someplace around my age, you know, maybe 10 years younger than me and maybe 15 years older than me.
Okay. Things were finally starting to look up for her, and a couple of months later, she announced that she was going to be launching a podcast that was going to be filming at her apartment in New York. We were excited for this until a source claimed that there was no podcast in the works. The source said, "There is no podcast. It's strange because she is saying there is no podcast, but is also telling people she's going to return to TV. It's hard to figure out what is based in reality." Allegedly, her sponsors had decided to pull out at the last minute, and this led Wendy into another session of binge drinking. According to Page 6, she drank her way from Fresco by Scotto in New York City all the way to Gay Bar the Townhouse. Naughty But Nice podcast host Rob Shooter also revealed how it all went down, saying, "We had a bite, we had some drinks, but then when we were getting ready to say goodbye, Wendy didn't really want us to leave." He then claimed that Wendy brought up the idea of going to the bar, the Townhouse, for more drinks. Another witness who was present at the scene pretty much confirmed Rob's claims, saying, "She kept saying she wanted to get drunk tonight. She wasn't hiding her drinking." However, her publicist put a different spin on this and said, "Apparently Wendy went out celebrating the new things in her life. She is bringing in Wendy 2.0. She is happy and excited for her new opportunities and zest for life. There are a lot of new things in the works and Wendy was celebrating." This statement helped to change the narrative from Wendy is having a relapse and is about to start drinking uncontrollably again to Wendy's life is going so well that she went with friends to grab a drink, which was a smart move. But then we heard that Wendy had gotten so broke that she was selling off her belongings to raise money. Several news sources reported that Wendy has been calling people asking them to help sell all her stuff. She is asking for recommendations on places that can sell furniture for you. The insider added that in her preparation for her move, she wanted to see how she could list items in her home, which could potentially include her iconic purple chair among other keepsakes. Once again, her publicist tried to spin this, saying, "Wendy is getting rid of items for spring cleaning. This is what people do this time of year. It's a new chapter for Wendy and she wants new things. This is a common gesture people do, and Wendy is no different. It is out with old and in with the new." Her publicist was working overtime to clean up her image, and she was doing a great job at it. Her team also announced that there was a reality TV show in the works for her, and this was where we saw her brother lose his cool, and he came out to blast her team for using her to line their pockets, claiming that Wendy was not in the right frame to film a show. He said, "This is not a woman who is in the right frame of mind to get a show going. Why are you even here? Do you see the condition she's in? Does it look like she's ready to start a podcast, for goodness sake? It doesn't." He also expressed concerns about what the reality show would mean for Wendy when she eventually gets better and is forced to deal with the fact that the whole world saw her at her lowest state. He made some pretty valid points when he said, "Whatever they do with it, they're gonna do. It's gonna be sad. I can't blame Wendy for anything. I want her to get better. She is not better, so I can't be mad at her for any of this. So it comes out, and what happens if Wendy is doing much, much better, right? Who wants these kinds of memories?" He also insisted that while he wasn't exactly opposing the idea of a reality TV show or Wendy working, he wanted her to get better and be in a clear state of mind when she made the decision to go back and tell her story in front of the world.
I don't think she's in no position to tell her story in front. That's the part I'm trying to understand. Like, why does people think like she's dealing with dementia, several types of it, and what makes you think she's gonna be able to do any like I keep saying, that's exploitation at that point. This lady don't need to be in front of no cameras. She needs to be getting well and getting her health in check. I don't even think she needs to be worried about money at this point, man. She just needs to find somebody who truly love her and care about her and help, you know what I'm saying, get her to some type of good place that she could be in, but I don't really see it getting better. So let's continue.
He said, "Why couldn't she just get better all the way and then do something? She can't be contemplating nothing because she can't think it through. So other people are thinking things through for her. And all this time she could have been down here recovering." Again, he made some solid points, but he also kind of confirmed what people have been speculating about Wendy's mental health was true. And her team had been trying to hide the situation so they could profit off her. However, her team released a statement where they insisted that Wendy was eager to get back to work, saying, "After taking a long break, Wendy feels some of the best days days of her life were in media. She has been in media since her early 20s and wants to return to what she loves. Getting back to what she loves is something that is important to her. That drama died down, but it wasn't long before Wendy started facing some more challenges related to her mental health. Well, kind of. Her bank, Wells Fargo, locked her out of her account and prevented her from accessing her money because they claimed that she was not in the right frame of mind and they wanted to put her on conservatorship, kind of like what happened with Britney Spears. Wendy entered into a fight with the bank to access her money, and this put her in a worse position financially. She was no longer bringing in money, and while she had enough money to live off for a long time, her bank was holding on to the money. To make matters worse, her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, sued her because she was no longer paying him alimony and he wanted her money. He called out her team and accused them of being shady, saying, "Wendy was in rehab and these people just stopped depositing my money cold turkey. These people have tried to starve me out. At the end of the day, I earned that money and I'm not letting them take it. I know she is not in a good place and she is surrounded by people who are taking advantage of her condition, including this so-called guardianship." It's ironic how he called out people for taking advantage of her when he did the same thing to her when they were married. He spent her money on financing his affair with Sharina, buying Sharina a house that cost almost $1 million and setting up about 5 businesses for her, all of which failed. When he couldn't get money from Wendy, he tried to sue her, but his case was thrown out of court because their alimony agreement said that Wendy did not have to pay him if she left the Wendy show.
So this dude, he talking about, man, he knows she in a messed up place, man, but he need his money. Man, these people crazy as hell. I mean, I ain't never seen money just change people like they were like, damn, bro. I mean, I know money changes people. Trust me and believe me. I know money definitely changes people. But you would just think like, damn, at some point you got to have a heart, brother. Like everybody have a damn heart at some point. The lady is fucked up. But let's see. Does anybody want to call and chop it up about any of this shit dealing with Wendy Williams? Y'all could, if y'all want to, y'all can hit the damn link I got in the chat. I'm gonna pin it to the top. Let me close this damn poll out. Let me see how y'all felt about the poll. I dropped the poll. 68% said they doing her wrong. 32% said Wendy is getting what she deserves. We're gonna close that poll out. I do appreciate everybody for voting. We had 900 votes. Like I said, 67, well, it's really 68 to 32. 68% of the room said, and when I asked the question, is this karma for Wendy? They said, nah, they doing her wrong. 67%, 68% really. And 32% says, yes, she did worse to others. So some people do feel like Wendy got what she deserved. Like if y'all want to chop it up about that, y'all let me know, man. I think it's a fucked up situation. I'm gonna be real, man. I ain't gonna kick her while she down. Now, did she make a lot of enemies? Did she do a lot of shit she shouldn't have did? Yeah. I mean, Tasha K, same way. I mean, what's the difference between Wendy Williams and Tasha K? Not too much, right? I mean, they both did and said a lot of shit. So I mean, if you don't like one, you don't like the other. So I don't really think that she deserved it. They said no, she didn't. She didn't actually harm anyone. That she didn't harm nobody. She just talked shit. I mean, she just got on the internet and talked shit like everybody else. I mean, what's so bad about that, right? Said Kevin ain't shit and never been since the jump. Eventually, they said eventually he thought he was going to be up forever and she would never leave. Now look, he'll be all right. Nah, that dude is a clown, man. That dude is broke and he gonna die broke and lonely. And the old girl gonna leave him too. She trying to get child support. It's like, how you gonna get child support to something he ain't even got? He got to go get he got to start from scratch. He ain't never had no damn job. Now he broke. And you got to go get a job. You ain't got no trade skills as a grown man. Man, you out of there, brother. You gone. I don't know Tasha K. More like Vlad TV, just gossip queens. No one deserves to be suffering in their own body. I agree with that. They said I heard Kevin loves sword playing, man. Jeremy, I don't know. He look a little zesty, man. They said McDonald's is always hiring. Yeah, I mean he can go work at McDonald's. It's all good. Who is this calling in? Salute, Kesh.
Hey, Rachel, how you doing?
Peace.
It's okay. Dope show. And this with Wendy Williams is weird, but I understand, everything that she's going through. I have a sister that's going through the exact same thing. On top of that, all my dad girls has lupus. And I also have lupus, and I don't know if you ever heard it. It's called
Yeah, I know.
Sjogren's. I have the twin to the lupus.
Okay.
So everything that she's going through, my sister went through it with the eye bulging and everything. And it's crazy because it only affects the girls. My dad has 4 girls, and I was the last one to, you know, get diagnosed with lupus and stuff. So I understand what she's going through, and it's hard on a family. But in that case, I know they love Wendy, but some of them are loving her just because of the money, and that it's weird. I mean, it's hard to explain. I can't get my words, to come out like I want them because I get nervous and stuff.
No, you good. You good. Take your time.
But yeah, I'm going through this. I've been dealing with this since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I say my memory is bad, it's completely off. Some days I have good days, and then there's the next I have bad days. And like my sight, I lost my sight completely for about a year and a half. And it, gradually started coming back and everything. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I basically watched her show and stuff like this, and to see her now, and I actually just got done watching the documentary and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, it bothered me, like, to see her from what I considered healthy to all the way down to what she is now. I see, people making fun of her, but it's not a time. It's a place and a time to do all that stuff. And right now is not the time to, talk about her like that. I mean, people can't help for them, getting sick is what I'm trying to say. Because like I've been through it. I live with it, and
Well, we appreciate you for letting us know about that. We do appreciate you, and you know what I'm saying. Prayers up to you and your family. You know what I'm talking about?
you gotta be strong always, staying prayed up and everything. But I salute you on covering this, like I really do, because this right here was something you don't see people really covering stuff like this, and to cover it, and it's like at your backyard. Yeah, I was really interested in this, so I salute you and the gang, and thank y'all. I'm always in the chat. I may not be typing because of my sight, but I'm in the chat showing love always.
Well, we praying for you and your family over here. Y'all throw them prayer emojis up for y'all.
Don't do that, Rex. You're gonna make me cry.
No,
But I
it's
thank
all
you.
love. We appreciate you.
Salute.
All right, salute. All right, yeah, y'all throw them flowers up in the chat, man, for Keish Monroe, y'all do her a big favor, man. Throw her some flowers in the chat, man. Look, man. I don't give a damn about no clout, man. None of that shit, man. If the story get out there, get out there. As long as my people hear about these stories, that's really all I give a damn about, man. I know I got a good support system over here, so when I do stories like this, I really don't give a damn, man. I cover it. One of my subscribers hit me up this morning. I swear. One of my subscribers hit me up this morning and she was like, "Hey, can you please do a deep dive of Wendy Williams, please? Like I see you do deep dives all the time. I just want you to do a story on Wendy Williams." I say less. I got you for sure. I got you. So salute to the subscriber who wanted me to do this story. I did this for one of my subscribers, man. Y'all ever want me to cover something? I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the clout. As long as y'all come over here and show some support, that's all I give a damn about. Y'all better get y'all ass over here and support this motherfucking channel. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, but prayers up to Keish Monroe. Prayers to you and your family. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, y'all get through what y'all going through. And drop the flowers for it, man. That's all I can say. We over here, we praying for you. Say y'all better be praying for real, not just putting up the emojis. Hey man, as long as they showing some love and support, man, that's all we care about, man. We can't really, worry about that. Salute, what's good?
Salute, and thank you so much for how you doing for covering my sister Wendy. You know what? It was heartbreaking, but at the end, I have so much faith in Wendy. And I say that it was all necessary for us that are in this business. We need to copyright our name. We need to make sure we have our future reservations in case we're in a tizzy, such as Wendy. It's like proper precautions. And this is just a warning for us, those that are coming behind her. I mean, she paved the way for so many. I feel like Puff Daddy has something to do with this. I
Her
do.
dad has something to do with this?
Puff Daddy.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
P. Diddy.
Puff.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And I say that because Wendy, her last show, she was going to give us the hot topics about Puff Daddy. And then as we seen her on this documentary, she wants to interview Puff Daddy about that photo with Suge Knight and Justin Combs.
I'm listening.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what it is.
You think
It may have been dementia, but we have to look at it like this. Why are people acting like they've never been through a bad breakup, a divorce, and they went to drinking and things like this? And they've had people that were around them that were not good for their health. Because as much as Will wanted to paint it, oh, I'm here to help her and this, that, and the third. No, what Will was interested in was riding around in that vehicle. If it's not transporting Wendy Williams, that vehicle needs to be paused.
I got you. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I thought you were gonna say something. I didn't want to
Oh no, I
overtalk you.
didn't know if you was done or not. But no, so you were saying that she was supposed to do a show with a show about Diddy, and she was supposed to interview Diddy, but she was asking for an interview with Diddy. I didn't see that.
So when she before one of her shows before she left, I believe this was her last show. She was going to give us the tea on Diddy. And I want to make a few things clear here. Wendy was cool with Kim Porter.
Oh yeah. You're right.
What happened in New York to Diddy? He got a lawsuit in the same court that's fondling with her right now. Can we agree there?
Yeah.
When we talk about the infamous Diddy package, we look at our dear brother in heaven, Notorious B.I.G. Christopher Wallace, and many of those that were around him. I want to say this, when we think about the packing up and everything was moved out of Wendy's apartment, that right there looked like an investigation. Where's that Kim Porter book? Y'all need to find it. I think, in my opinion, from observation, Diddy has a connection in the streets. And I think that we all know that, allegedly. Wendy was going to expand on Diddy's destructive behavior. I want to take it to the fact that Kim Porter was talking to various people to help her, and allegedly Wendy has 3 manuscripts with different variations of the story, but one person has the true story.
I'm listening.
I want to say Diddy was engaged with various celebrities with money and pull that don't want to see that book get into circulation or submitted to authorities. Can we agree?
Yeah.
Can we agree that Jay-Z definitely hates Wendy?
Yes. Along with Beyonce.
Could we allegedly say that he could be a part of taking her down?
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. Yeah.
Okay. So I say that to say this, that this spreads to a higher level. People don't want to be associated with anything. And so, I'm here for Wendy. And a lot of people might say, oh, well, Wendy did this, Wendy did that. She's still a human person. I know a lot of people that went against the grain and they're still, giving props to this day.
Yeah, you on point. I mean, it's a possibility that all this shit is connected. Because, like I said, yeah, this shit happened whenever she did this shit with her husband. But that's an easy overplay for you know what I'm talking about. That's an easy way to swoop in and do something when it's looking like the husband, the ex-husband. It looks like it, but nah. The ex-husband is just a shitty person. I think that he, you know what I'm saying, he definitely played his role and he played his part. But Diddy is the one who wanted Wendy the most. You remember whenever they did an interview together a while back, Diddy kind of was,
and that's there.
Yeah, it was a really uncomfortable interview because she had already said some shit about him and Cassie in the past, and for him to go back up there and she was kind of insinuating
11 years, Cassie wasted her time.
Yeah. So she was kind of saying some shit to Diddy in that interview. It was a really awkward interview when they did their last interview, and it seemed like it was forced by somebody, but I don't know.
Well, I'll leave you with this, Ratchet, and thank you for having me here. But I want to say this, that we should cross-reference when she started hiding, and when the Diddy stuff started popping off, because Diddy was warned from Cassie that she was going to sue before they submitted the case. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. And in the words of Wendy Williams, how you doing?
Salute, I appreciate you. Salute. Man. It's an interesting case. Like I said, not a lot of people ain't gonna cover this shit, man. A lot of people not gonna cover this shit. They ain't gonna touch something like this. They want the hot topics. Woo. This is shit that's gonna be up under the radar. Nobody want to talk about the real shit going on with Wendy Williams. The real shit in the industry, man. You gonna get that shit over here at Big Ratchet Gang, Ratchet TV. You know what I'm talking about? So look, man, I do appreciate all y'all for showing up. I do appreciate all y'all for showing out. Y'all know what this is, man. It's your boy Big Ratchet, man. I'll be back tomorrow with what am I gonna cover? I don't know. Another story. Get in my DM. Y'all let me know what y'all want to see over here, man. Y'all see something trending. Y'all see something pop, man, hit me up. I may cover it. I may not. You just never know, man. Salute to the gang for pulling up. I love all y'all more than y'all will ever know. Good night to everybody. Salute to everybody. Hey, it's your boy Big Ratchet. I'm out, gang. I see y'all tomorrow.
Smoking on the dro, young J.R. Ewing, pimping for my paper and I'm looking for the chewing. Bitch, I got the food, what the fuck I gotta do? Sipping pop pills, smoke good and bangs crew. Two pussy niggas acting all brand new. When they get some money, that's what fuck boys do. I ride in the side, get high in the side, flip on the grain and get pretty good mind. Bullet beats up your bones with a mind full of gold. She playing with her nose, but she suck a mean pole. I can't even lie like a ghetto ass bitch. It's time for a daddy, ain't scared to break a trick. A yellow ass switching fast, sucking while I'm pushing the gas in the six, breaking bricks, bowling in the fucking mix. PMC bitch, you can't act like you don't know. Get down on your knees like a top-notch hoe. Like a top-notch hoe.
Like like Ray J. She wanna talk to the kid, make one wish. I'ma get fried right. Fools and syrup, I'm tryna get high tonight. Serving them pies right. I'ma start dancing as soon as they hit in the light. Jesus, peace, Christ. With your geek like me. Do you like Miley Cyrus? Or you like Virgil White? I done been jumping off pussy, they fucking Adidas, I earn my stripes. Over the gang and run with the family, whether they wrong or right. Family. When the cash transaction, know we can Visa swipe. Carry my trust secured, I keep my pipe to protect my life, I know my right.
I must be a pro like a nigga up front. You look at she bad, she working at Honest. I gave her a sack full of money, she brought her shit back and it came with something dope. Better that demons running. That little bit of 392, it ain't nothing. She fought with a ball, she upgraded from her last nigga, said he wasn't nothing. Her nigga ain't seen no money. Fresh out the trap, we stepping and gunning. Meet me at Coca, meet me at Boy, nigga want smoke or beef, we coming. These big boy toys, they gorgeous, all these gorgeous girls want it. I be ignoring them, they be ignoring me, I be ignoring them. It's like we fucking fuck your man, no she can't answer the phone. She outside, she getting that bag on her own. No, I'm not alone, cause I came with the fire. I'm still gon' put it on, and my bitch match my vibe. The way the load drop, she might think it's out the sky. I'm standing on business, and she standing on mine.